Hello and welcome back. This is session 19 of User Management System series. In today's video, let's start how we can delete permissions based on the user. As you can see in the previous video, we listed all the permissions based on the user. So, before watching this video, I strongly recommend you to watch our previous video because previously we listed all the permissions based on the user. That is good. Today, let's start how we can delete permissions from a user based on the user. Okay, as you can see here, we have source. This is very important because in our database design, we implemented permissions based on the user and based on the role. We can assign permissions to the user directly or we can assign permissions to the role. That is good. We want to remove those permissions that are related directly to the user. As you can see here, we have three records. We have create new student, which is based on the user, create new book, and we have edit book details. This permission is based on the role. We don't want to remove this permission from the MySQL database. Only those permissions we want to remove that are related directly to the user. That is good. Let's close the application. Okay friends, we have permission assignment package. Inside that we have different files, fxml file, and we have several Java files. That is good. Let's open data access object. This is the first file, which is very important because first we want to talk with the database. Okay, and here we have different methods. Assign permissions to role, we have assigned permissions to user, and here we have get assigned permissions by user. That is good. Let's define a new method here. Simple. For example, public boolean delete permission from user. Okay, and here we want to add two parameters, a simple int, for example, user ID. Then we have int, for example, permission ID. That is good. So after that, let's define a simple query to delete permission based on the user ID and permission ID. Okay, simple, for example, string SQL equals simple delete from TBL user permission where user ID equals parameter. Then we have and permission ID equals parameter. That is good. After that, let's read database connection from the JDBC connection class. For that, you want to use try catch with resources. Simple connection. Link equals, we have JDBC connection class. Then we have get database connection method. After that, let's define prepare statement. PS equals, we have link. On that link, we want to execute prepare statement method. Okay. After that, let's define catch block here. We want to catch SQL exception. Let's display SQL exception print stack trace, and here we want to return false value. Return false. Okay. So everything is fine. As you can see, this query has two parameters, user ID and permission ID. Let's bind that simple ps.set int of 1. We have already user ID. There is no problem. Thereafter ps.set int of 2. We have permission ID. Okay. After that, let's execute that query. Let's take a variable, for example, int rows equals ps dot execute update. Okay, then we want to return the value simple rows if greater than 0. Let's return that. Return if rows greater than 0. That means if the permission is removed from the user, we want to return true value. Simple true. Okay. Okay, as you can see here, we defined a simple method. That method can talk with the database and delete permission from a user based on the user ID and permission ID. That is good. Let's save the changes. Hereafter, we have under layer, we have service. Let's open that. Here we have different methods. Let's define a method here. For example, public boolean. For example, delete permission from user. To that, let's add, for example, and user ID. Sorry, and user ID. Then we have and, for example, permission ID. And here we want to consume data access object. We have delete permission from user method. Simple. We have already injected data access object. There is no problem. Simple. Return data access object. And we have delete permission from user method. Okay. Everything is fine. As you can see, we consumed data access object in correct way. Thereafter, let's open controller. And here we want to define a new method. We have different methods. Let's define new method here. Simple, for example, private. We have void, for example, delete permission handler. That is good. So let's collect data because based on the permission and user ID, we want to delete permission. Simple, we have permission assignment model. For example, selected permission. And we have table. Let's find that we have table here. We have assigned permission table. From that, we want to get the value. Simple. Here dot get selection model dot get selected item. Okay, that is good. Thereafter, we have user. Simple, we have user model. For example, selected user equals we have CMB assigned user dot get selection model dot get selected item. Okay. So thereafter, let's define a simple validation message. Simple, for example, if selected user equals null, we want to display a simple message. For example, sweet alert efficacy. We have show a warning message or error message. Let's use that. For example, warning. Okay, and here you want to add message. For example, please select a user. Thereafter, let's define a return statement. Okay, after that, we want to define condition for the permission also. Simple. And here we want to use selected permission. Okay, let's change that. Please select a user. Instead of that, please select a permission. Okay, after that, let's prevent permission that is assigned based on the rule. Simple. Here we want to define a simple condition. If we have rule permission dot equals, we have equals method. Thereafter, we have selected permission dot get source. Okay, that means if the permission is rule based, we don't want to remove that. Here we want to display a simple message. Let's copy that message. Simple. And here let's change that. For example, this permission is inherited, for example, inherited from rule and cannot be removed. Okay, you can use any message, there is no problem. And here we want to enter a correct title, for example, not allowed. Okay, after that, let's consume service method. As you can see inside the service, we have delete permission from user method. Let's consume that. Let's open controller. And here we want to define variable, for example, boolean success equals we have assign permission service. As you can see here, we initialized assign permission service. Okay, let's find that we have permission assignment service. We want to use that. Simple. Let's copy here. Then we have different methods. We have assign permission to role, user. Let's use that. And here we want to pass user ID and permission ID. We have selected user.get user ID. Thereafter, we have selected permission.get permission ID. Okay, let's break that to see the full code. Okay, let's break that also. Okay, so thereafter, let's display a success message. Simple, we want to define condition if success equals true, and here we want to use the same message. Let's copy that. Let's use show success message, and here we want to enter, for example, information. Let's add message also, for example, permission has been removed successfully. That is good. Let's remove that, and here we want to define else block. Okay, let's copy the same message from here, and here we want to use, for example, show error. Let's change that to error. Okay, and here we want to add, for example, failed to remove permission. Okay, that is good. After that, if the permission is removed successfully, let's get fresh data from the MySQL database. As you can see here, we have a method get all assigned permission by user. Let's copy that. Simple. And here we want to call that. Let's remove, sorry. Let's enter here. There is no problem. To that, we want to pass user ID. We have selected user. Then we have get user ID. There is no problem. So everything is good. As you can see, we defined a simple handler method. Let's call that method on the remove button. Simple. We want to copy from here. As you can see here, we have a remove button. Let's copy that. We want to register inside the initialize method. Simple. Set on action. Let's use lambda expression event, and we want to call, for example, let's copy that. We have delete permission. Okay, and we want to call here. Sorry. What is the problem? We want to call here. Okay, that is good. Let's save the changes. Then we want to clean and build the project. Let's run the application to see the result. Okay, we have admin 1 2 3. Then we have permission assignment. So let's remove permission. As you can see, please select a user. That is good. Let's select, for example, Smith. Let's remove that. As you can see, please select a permission. That is good. Let's select that one which is based on the rule. As you can see, we got a message not allowed. This permission is inherited from the rule. Here we have simple mistake. There is no problem. It cannot be removed. That is good. Let's select this one because this one is based on the user. As you can see, permission has been removed successfully. That is good. Thereafter, we have another one. For example, view all books. Let's remove that also. As you can see, permission has been removed successfully. That is good. Now we have 3 permissions, 2 based on the role and 1 based on the user. Let's remove that. As you can see, we got a message not allowed. This permission is inherited from the role and cannot be removed. That is good. So today we completed how to delete permission from a user. In our next video session, we want to implement rule-based access control. That means we want to restrict application pages based on the permissions. If you have any questions, you can write them in the comment. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos. That is enough for today. Have a good day. See you in the next one.